Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Just waiting for a few more people to jump on here, guys. All right, people are hopping on. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA. We are live at Missouri Horse Auction in Springfield, Missouri. I'm super excited to be here at this sale. Missouri Horse Auction is going live online for the first time tonight. Very excited to bring that to you. We've got a great set of horses and expecting a really good sale. Lots of changes, not just the online here at Missouri Horse Auction. So I just kind of wanted to go over those with you. If you're on our Facebook page, I'm sure you've seen them, but just in the off chance that you haven't, we'll just kind of cover all those and then we'll talk about the online bidding. And while we're doing all that, we're going to test out my camera and my microphone and make sure it's going to work the way I want it to tonight. So schedule changes. No more used tack here at Missouri Horse Auction. Okay. So we will start at 4 o'clock with new tack only, and we will be selling new tack from 4 to 5. Now, tack is live in person only. There will be no online for the tack. At 5 o'clock, we're going to start selling saddles. We will accept used saddles. So new and used saddles from 5 to 6. And then at 6 o'clock, it is go time for the horses. I'm looking at right around 200 head tonight, maybe just a tick over that, right around 181 as of this morning consigned. And then we will, of course, have after catalog horses. The after catalog horses will be available for online bidding as well. The only thing we won't have online will be loose horses. So since online bidding is new for Missouri Horse Auction, right now we're streaming on a few platforms. So if you're watching on YouTube or my page or Horse Auctions USA, you've probably heard this speech a million times. But if you're on Missouri Horse Auction, this might be the first time you hear it. So I just kind of want to go over the online bidding, how that works, and what to expect. So all over the Missouri Horse Auction page, you're going to see links and tutorial videos and all kinds of stuff about the online bidding. And so I'm just going to kind of summarize it here. There is an online catalog. It is located at bid, that's BID horse auctions with an S, USA.com. When you get to that website, the first sale you're going to see is Missouri Horse Auction, and right beneath it, it says View Auction. You're going to click on that, and that's going to pull up all of the listings. So you'll see the footnotes, you'll see photos. If you click on the listing, it's going to show you a little thumbnail of each of the horses. And then if you click on it, it will expand that horse's listing so you can read all the footnotes, look at the multiple photos if they have them. And if there's a video, it's going to say right in the lead of that horse that there's a video. The second thumbnail under their listing will always be their video. It'll open right up into a YouTube link for you. So go ahead, definitely take a look. If you haven't looked at the catalog since yesterday or the day before, you might want to take a peek because there's been some changes. We've got some photos of horses we didn't have earlier, videos of horses we didn't have earlier, and all of that has been updated, as well as any outs. I know the hip, I think it was originally hip number 85 is now subbed out. That horse is out with the original horse is out with an injury. So the catalog is updated and up to the minute. You will also see a bunch of lots that say to be announced. And those horses will be here, and those horses have been consigned. Their owners just didn't send their information. So we'll tell you about those horses as they come in the ring. 2 ways to bid online. The first, and if you're using a phone or a tablet, I'm going to recommend this. The first is to use the Horse Auctions USA app. If you're on any type of mobile device, it's just a really nice user experience. Most people really prefer that on their phone or a tablet. It's free to download. It's available in the App Store and the Google Play Store. You'll just go to whichever store applies to your device, and you'll type in the search bar Horse Auctions, plural with an S, USA. It's going to pop right up. Our little logo's got a horse head in the middle and a pair of auction gavels. So again, free to download. Or if you want to use your browser, you're going to go to that site that I just told you, bid.horseauctionsusa.com. Whether you are on the app or using your browser, the rest of this is all going to be the same. you are going to need to create a username and password. So when you click view auction under Missouri Horse Auctions, under each and every single horse listed, you're going to see a little prompt that says register to bid. And if you click on that, you'll see a little login screen. And if you've never used Horse Auctions USA before, you're going to go just below that, and it asks if you're a new user, do you want to create an account? So you're going to enter your email and a password, and then it's going to walk you through and get all of your information. Now, an important point that I always like to go over is registration. In order to register as an online bidder, you do need to provide a valid credit or a debit card. And Horse Auctions USA is going to put a pre-authorization on that card of $500. Now, this is not a charge, and I just want to kind of go over what to expect with that. We're not charging you to get a bidder number. We're not taking your $500. We just need to make sure you're a real person with a working card. So it's a pre-authorization. It just tests that out, and it refunds it at the close of the auction. Or doesn't, I shouldn't say refund it, it removes it. You might get a notification from your mobile banking that there's been a charge. Please don't panic. That charge never completes. It's just an authorization. So it's going to fall off like it was never there. It will fall off immediately on my end. Most banks, it will fall off on their end on Monday. Some banks hold on to it a little longer and it falls off on Tuesday. But nevertheless, just be aware that while you do have to register with the card, we're not charging it. And you don't have to pay for any purchases with a card. So if you're the winning bidder and you are planning on picking up tomorrow and you want to pay cash or check, that's absolutely fine. So now you're all set. That's wonderful. You've registered to bid. If you're new to the platform, I would take a look at lot number 0. It's the top lot. It says lot 0, sale information and practice lot. The footnotes of that lot have some really good basic information about the sale in general, as well as about the online bidding. And more importantly, that lot is available for you to practice on, just so you can kind of see what happens when you do place a bid. Sometimes, it's nice to just kind of get a feel for things. So on that lot only, lot 0, the practice lot, you can just go hog wild and have fun. Go ahead and place some bids and see what it looks like. So 2 different ways to actually participate in the online bidding. And what's available to you right now is the first one we're going to talk about, and that is absentee bidding or pre-bidding. So once you're registered, you'll see that little prompt that said register now under all those horses. Now it's going to ask you if you want to bid. That works just like eBay. It's available to you, like I said, from now right up through the start of the auction. It lets you place bids ahead of time. So the opening bid on those horses, it says bid $1,000. And then over to the right, there's a little drop down arrow on that little bid button. If you click that, it's going to pop up a little screen that says enter max bid. So this is where if you live in poor internet service, maybe you have to work tonight, you have other obligations, you have something that's going to prevent you from watching and participating live, this is a really good option for you to use. It's going to let you place your bids ahead of time and let the computer do all the work for you when that horse comes in the ring. Also, if you have a hard time making big decisions under pressure, and let's be honest, a new horse purchase is usually a big decision for most people. We got a lot of horses tonight, and we're going to go through them fairly quickly. Auctions are pretty fast paced. And so some people find that overwhelming and trying to bid live just a little too much for them. So again, pre-bidding, that's an option. Take your time, shop those horses. If you find one you like and you decide, yes, that's a horse I definitely want to bid on, think about what the absolute most you want to spend is, and that's your maximum bid. That's what you're going to put in there. When you do that, the computer is going to go ahead and set you in for the minimum, and you're just going to sit there, and the computer is not going to raise that amount at all until someone else bids. And then it's going to raise your bid by increments. The computer's job is to get the horse for you at the lowest amount possible without exceeding your maximum bid. So just be aware that that is available to you. Having said that, I do want to also touch on this. This is very important to me. I don't want people to be afraid to use that max bidding option. If a horse comes in here and the owner says it cribs, but that wasn't in the footnotes, or it comes in here and they had a fender bender on the way here and the horse got jostled around on the trailer and it's got a cut, or the horse has a scar. If there's anything when that horse comes in the ring tonight that changes the information that was available to you guys ahead of time, I'm going to remove your pre-bid from the equation, okay? Because that's not fair. You're not bidding with accurate information at that point. So just be aware that, if a horse comes in the ring tonight with anything that changes the information you guys had and you had a pre-bid placed, I'm going to knock that bid right out of there. So do know that. So that just kind of goes over pre-bidding a little bit. And there is an online bidding tutorial video on the Missouri Horse Auctions Facebook page. And when I get done this live video, I will put a link directly to that underneath in the comments. I do recommend you watch it. It'll walk you through how we actually bid with a visual so you can kind of see what it looks like. For the rest of you that want to bid live, tonight, 6 o'clock Central Time is when we go live with the first horse. If you're registered, you will get a notification to your app or your email that we're about to go live. You're going to either open the app or go to the website. The first thing you're going to do tonight when you do that is in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little menu bar, three little lines is what it'll look like on your mobile app. Make sure your name shows up there and not a prompt to log in, because there's nothing worse than watching and thinking you're logged in and going to bid and realizing you never logged in. So the very first thing you do is make sure you're logged in. Once you are, you're going to click on View Auction, click on that very first lot, the practice lot, and then click Play Live. There'll be a little thumbnail there. Right now, that little thumbnail, if you click it, it says play. It's going to say this feed is inactive. So when we go live tonight and you click that, it's going to bring up real-time audio, real-time video. You'll be able to hear me just like you hear me now. You'll be able to hear our auctioneer, and there is no delay. So as long as you're in good service, you're going to be able to bid and keep up right along with us. The bid buttons will be active. You will need to click twice to bid. You'll push once to bid and then once to confirm. I would definitely recommend watching right from the start, even if the horses you're interested in might be 30 or 40 head down, just so you can kind of see what it looks like. You'll get the hang of it really, really quickly. If you haven't registered to bid yet and you plan to, I do recommend you do it before we start tonight, and here's why. Tonight, once we go live with these horses, I'm up here on this auction block and I am reading pedigrees and running this computer, and I can't really answer my phone. So if you try, you can register in the middle of the auction. You sure can. But if you need any kind of technical assistance, I'm going to have to try to help you by text, and that's not real handy. So do register to bid before we start, and that way, if you run into a snag, I'm available to help you. Again, my name is Bridget. My cell is 336-904-8903. If you call me and I don't answer, I'm either on the other line or I'm back in the barn where the service is spotty. You can always send a text. I'll call you, just as soon as I step back into service. So I think that's everything, guys. One more note, we will be live wherever you're watching this right now. We'll be live there tonight as well. So we're streaming on a couple of different Facebook pages as well as our YouTube channel. Just be aware that while you can watch on those platforms, you cannot bid on those. The only online bidding available is through Horse Auctions USA. Also be aware that there is a lag on Facebook because Facebook buffers their feed. So just be aware if you're watching on Facebook tonight that you're going to be 15 to 20 seconds behind what's actually happening, which if you're not bidding, it won't matter to you. So just know all of those things. All right, guys. Thank you very much. We will be back live tonight at 6 o'clock Central Time. Sure can't wait.